I will start asking questions. I'm going to ask you a couple of casual ones as well as serious ones. Just answer comfortably. Take deep breaths when you need to. Pause when you need to. Um, when I ask you a question, look at me. But when you answer, just look at the lens.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how is your day?
Also about 30 seconds between what he asks you.
Yeah.
Always remember his voice is never on the edited version.
Mhm.
So if he says, "What's your favorite color?" You don't answer blue. Answer, "My favorite color is blue."
Okay. How is my day? My day today? It's been good. I woke up and I didn't really have much to do. I stayed up till like 1 in the morning watching anime. So I just woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, I had to do my hair. I had to do that before coming here because I wasn't gonna show up with my afro. I had to, do my curls. Not that afros aren't presentable, but like that's what I was gonna say. But like, I got a pretty up for the camera.
So, what is your hair care routine?
Oh, my hair care routine, it's very simple, but it's very time consuming. So I just go into the shower, I wet my hair, if I'm gonna shampoo it, I shampoo it, and then conditioner, and I untangle. That takes the longest time, untangling my hair. I think I'll spend like 30 minutes in the shower just untangling. But then afterwards, it's just like leave-in conditioner, curling cream, and that's it. And then beard oil.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color, I would have to say blue, like pastel blue or pastel pink. Those are like some really, like they're very soft colors, very, like you see them and it's like very comforting to just like, I don't know, there's just something about them that makes me feel safe with those two colors. So yeah, those are my favorite colors.
How do you maintain your mental health and why is that important?
Okay. The way I maintain my mental health, it's been a process because before, especially during like when I first started college, like 3 years ago, I didn't really take time to feel my emotions, if that makes any sense. I just kind of like ignored it, pushed it aside. I'm just like, I need to work. I need to get a job. I need to provide for my family. I need to do well in my studies. And like, I'm a first, like, I think I'm the first person of my generation. So I'm like the oldest of all my siblings and cousins and everything. And I set my expectations for myself way higher, or I used to set my expectations for myself way higher than I did anyone else. And part of that was kind of just like, oh, I have to be there. I have to like man up, be there for my family, et cetera, et cetera. And I just kind of like brushed off everything. And it got to the point where I would bottle up my emotions so much that the smallest thing could happen and I would just like break down into tears, or like I'll give people attitude for no reason. And it was like, one of my close friends brought it up, Emily. She was like, John, everything okay, yada, yada. And I took a step back and I realized, I'm like, oh, there's definitely something wrong here. And ever since that day, or like those couple of days, I like try to, at the ends of my days, like whenever I feel like there was a lot going on during a specific day, I'll like sit down with my journal and I'll just like write about how I feel physically, emotionally, just like everything, how something made me feel that day. And then I'll just like splurge all my emotions out. And then I'll go to sleep, and then the next day I'll like read over it and then like kind of like self-analyze, I guess. I don't know. And that really helps me, like, with my mental state. It helps me figure out like, oh, I'm doing too much. Maybe I need to step back, like relax a little bit, chill. But yeah, that's like the process.
What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal, like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or like meal.
Yeah, dish.
Okay, I would have to go with sancocho. It's like a typical Dominican stew, and they throw in like plantains, yuca, a bunch of meat, like chicken, beef, pork, everything. So good. It's so, like, even if it's a hot day and it's like, I don't know, you're burning, it's like, I don't know, it's so comforting just eating this stew. It reminds me a lot of home. I remember growing up, I hated sancocho. I'm like, ew, just get this dirty soup away from me. But like growing up, I'm like, I learned to appreciate it a lot. It takes a lot of effort to make it, and it's like, and it tastes so good. Yeah, that's my answer.
You just mentioned home. What does home mean to you? And when you think of home, what are some of the smells or sounds or feels?
Home to me is, I have two definitions. So, but they are kind of like similar. So home to me is like where my family is, but also where my chosen family is. So like my really close friends, and those connections that I've made throughout my life. Whenever I think of home, usually I'll be referring to my home island if I do say it out loud, like Dominican Republic. It just, I don't know, it just feels natural calling it home. I was born there. I moved to the States when I was 6. So to me, that's home. Whenever I visit, it's so nice because everyone over there is so friendly. There's people that know me, but I don't know them. It's like, oh, I carried you when you were born. And I'm like, cool, I don't remember you at all. But like, I don't know, just like the vibes there are, I don't know, I feel like the sense of community over there is a lot stronger than it is here in South Florida. Not because, I don't know, it's just a different atmosphere. Cause like you'll go to your neighbor's house and they'll invite you in. If they're making lunch, they'll be like, oh, ¿tú quieres comer? You wanna eat? And they'll just serve you a plate and it's just like normal. Here it's like you go to your neighbor's house, like, what are you doing at your neighbor's house? Like, so yeah, okay, so there's another part to this question. Like, what do I think of when I think of home? So like laughter is one of them. Music, there's always music playing. I don't know, heat. I don't know, everywhere I've only lived in South Florida and in Dominican Republic, so I'm so accustomed to it. I remember I went up to Georgia for like the last December, and it was like 40 something degrees. I got sick the entire trip. I couldn't, like, it was terrible. It was terrible. I want to stay in my heat. Okay, the first time I felt proud being in my skin. So, when I was journaling, a similar question came up, and I literally had to like step away from I didn't know how to answer it. I still don't, but like, I don't know, I guess I'm still working on that. There are many times where I feel like I'm not, how do you say it? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not confident in myself. or as confident as I should be. It's recently I've gotten like more confident in myself, because I know I can do things, and I've seen other people get recognized for things that they didn't do quite well and that I've done in the past, and I've done it better than them. And I don't want to say it like, I'm not trying to throw shade, and this person probably won't even know I'm talking about that, but it's just like I previously stated, I feel like I'm still in a process where I'm like getting to be more comfortable with my skin. I know there have been times in the past where I have felt comfortable and I have been like, oh, I am me and no one else can be me. But there are times where I don't know, I find myself comparing myself to others, especially I don't know, when it comes to like people around me, like whenever I'm trying to find my clique, I guess you could say, I feel like that's hard for me because sometimes I feel like I'm not enough. I'm not queer enough. I'm not Dominican enough. I'm not black enough. I'm not enough. And it's like difficult trying to like, I don't know, find who I am. Like I'm 21 years old. I shouldn't be thinking like, oh, I need to figure this out now. But I don't know, the first time, to answer the question, the first time I felt confident in my skin, I guess would be, I don't know, whenever I'm talking one-on-one with other people, I feel like I can form this like connection, because I've been told, like whenever I talk one-on-one with someone, we end up talking about like life in general, and like it's been to the point where I've heard things that I shouldn't have about people, or thoughts they have about other people, like, I don't know, family drama, to make it long story short. But I feel like I can make this connection with people and just like really get to know them. And I don't know, I'm proud of myself for that. I'm proud to say that like I am a trusted person. I don't know, okay, I always try to like be humble, and I feel like a lot of the time I like downplay myself, but like I can do whatever, like if I really wanted to, I could do what anyone else could do. Like it's, I don't know, it's like,
What's your secret power?
my secret power, I learn things really fast. Yeah, I'm a quick learner. Passionate about, okay, this one's easy, but it's complicated as well. Cause I love my family. I adore them. I love my siblings. I love my aunts. I love my mom and dad, my grandparents. But they make it so hard sometimes because like, it's communication is such a problem in my family. Just gonna put it like that. I don't know.
So you're passionate about your family?
I love my family. I'm so passionate about them, but it's a whole thing. I love everyone in my family. I would do anything for any of them. And I typically do. Whenever someone asks me like, oh, are you busy like on this day? Can you help me with this? I'll be there. If I have plans that aren't like super important, like I'll cancel my plans just to be with my family, because I don't know. It's like so, I enjoy spending time with them. I enjoy like being with them, even if most of the time I'm not saying much, because that's just like the type of person I am. I've been talking a lot in this interview, but like Honestly, what scares me the most is not having like my family to back me up. I feel like, yeah, they're like my driving force, and I do so many things for them, and I expect like treat others how you'd like to be treated, right? Like I expect the same from them, and usually it's like that, but there have been times where it hasn't been like that, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like betrayed almost. And I don't want to make any conclusions because I don't know why they behave in that way, but like my computer, I feel like I worked really hard to buy all of the pieces and then put the computer together, and like I'm always upgrading it, and I'm always making sure like if anything on my computer, if there's anything wrong, like that's like on the top of my to-do list. So I feel like that it would be my most prized possession. Honestly, for inspiration, I want to say my friend Amani. I've known him since the beginning, like freshman year of high school. He studies, or he graduated already with his degree in computer science, and I'm currently working on mine. And I always feel like if I ever have any doubts about like the way I'm thinking about something, I'll go to him and we can talk about it and we can problem solve and figure out the solution. Also, whenever I have an idea for like let's say, because we want to be game developers. So whenever we have an idea or whenever I have an idea for a game, I'll talk to him about it and we'll like bounce ideas back and forth, and like, I don't know, he brings out like the best of me when it comes to like, I guess, imagination and problem solving. So, yeah. I do feel seen and heard, but it wasn't always like that. You have to find the people that will see you and hear you for who you are, and you're comfortable being your true self around them. If I could advice to my younger self, I would tell myself to step out of my comfort zone more, to do the things that may seem impossible, because at the end of the day, like, no one ever got to where they wanted to be doing nothing. So even if, like, don't be afraid to mess up, basically, because everyone messes up.